Hi Tim, hi, thank you very much. We are together with Professor Tim Ingold. You wrote both art and science through research could help us in the pursuit of the truth. It is a high target, I think. How can it be helpful?
We have to rethink what we mean by the truth. Many people are terrified of this word, truth. It sounds so big and threatening, and sometimes the idea of truth in the wrong hands has led to quite disastrous consequences. So we have to think of truth not as something we can control or command, but something that is always bigger than we are, and that we're somehow inside it. And then we shouldn't be afraid to try and pursue it, because if we're not pursuing truth, then what on earth are we doing? We can't lose our hold on the idea that we're trying to get things right in some sense. But the first thing we have to understand then is that truth is something that always exceeds us. We'll never find it. It's not some kind of target as though eventually we'll get there. It's really rather the same thing as life. I mean, life just goes on, and the most important thing we can do is to do what we can to make sure that life does continue to go on and to flourish. And I think it's rather the same with truth. It's not something that has an end to it. It's something that we want to keep on doing because it gives our lives value and substance.
Artists are our explorers of the world. Which are their main goals nowadays, in your opinion?
The goals of art have changed a great deal. Back then and long ago, we would have thought that the point of art is to somehow represent the world to people. That's no longer the case. I think, as you say, artists are exploring the world rather than seeking to hold up a mirror to it and to reflect it to us. But scientists too say that they're explorers of the world, and the issue is are they doing the same thing, or are they doing something radically different? I do believe that it's possible to bring them together, but as things stand at the moment, the artistic kind of exploration is what I would call both generous, open-ended, and critical. And it's generous in the sense that it is not trying to impose a system of categories on the world, but is trying to learn from it. It's open-ended in the sense that it doesn't set hypotheses or objectives in advance of the engagements it makes with the world. It's experimental in a different sense, in an improvisatory sense. And it's critical in the sense not of fighting or competing with different arguments or different versions of what the truth might be, but critical in the sense of always questioning what is in front of us and seeing how we could take that further. But I wouldn't want to overstress the distinction between science, because I want to bring them together, between art and science.
The modern man seems more and more alienated, part of reality out of reach, difficult to understand, not on human scale, out of balance. Which are the tools that can help him in this situation?
Well, art can definitely help, and for that reason we need art more than ever, because it does allow us a way of allows ordinary people who are not specialists in a science or have access to some kind of advanced technology. It allows ordinary people to become explorers themselves and to realize that the world is there for us to explore for ourselves and find meaning in. We don't have to all the time be looking to others to explain the world for us. We can explore the world ourselves, and I think the sorts of work that artists are doing they're not telling us how the world is, but they're exemplary in the sense of offering a path that we might be able to follow.
In the world we are currently observing a period in which values like tolerance, inclusion, culture, environmental balance that you appreciate seems less important. How can we change this situation?
This is the problem, in my estimation, and that of most people I know, lies with the global economics of neoliberalism, which has really taken over the world and turned the world into this huge marketplace. It's generated massive inequalities. It's made the majority of humans on the planet surplus to requirements, and has devastated the planet. And it's manifestly unsustainable. We have to do what we can to fashion something, and our job is to fashion what the next way of living in the world is going to be. And I think we can't just wait for the present order to collapse. We have to start thinking about it now as to how we ought to live on this planet. And that's why we really desperately need artists and scientists to be able to work together on this, and not just them, but everybody.
Thank you very much, Tim.